What is up, YouTube? Ronnie's Reviews back with another video. I am walking Dakota right now. It is currently 7 a.m. I am about to head to work, but like I said, I was waiting on a cold day to get a true cold start on the 2019 Dodge Charger GT. And this entire video today is going to be about my entire exhaust setup, how long I've had the exhaust, what it's been like living with it, and if it was worth it. So before I bring him back in, let's go ahead and get that true cold start up. But let's go ahead and get that start up. What's up, Dakota? Like I was saying, the startups in the morning are usually pretty loud. Like, I live on the second floor in the back apartment, so that's my car, and I live in that back apartment over there, and I can hear it inside. So startups in the morning are usually pretty loud, but it's not too crazy. But guys, like I said, I am on my way to work right now, and it is still pretty early. It's 7:20 a.m. and it's still kind of dark outside. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit y'all back whenever it is brighter outside, probably when I get off work, just so you can see me better, the video quality is better and everything, and I'll give you the complete breakdown of my entire exhaust system, the setup, everything, just everything in general. Any questions you have that you have asked, I will answer them in this video. So please stay tuned throughout the entire video. I'll be showing everything. I'll hit y'all back when I'm off work. All right, guys, so as you can see, I have now left work and I'm on my way home, which when I get there, I'm gonna show you underneath my car, show you what the exhaust looks like from the cat's back. But for the time being, I'm going to kind of break down what all I've had done to the exhaust. I know I've already made a video about it, but I don't think I went into complete detail of everything, the whole process of getting the exhaust and what all I got on it. And you know, this is kind of like I want to say like a 4 or 5 month update, but either way, it is update. And like I said, I am breaking down everything I've done to the exhaust for my 2019 Dodge Charger GT. So originally, when I got the car, first thing I was gonna do was get the Muffler Delete, because, you know, it's a sports car. Even though it is, you know, a V6, it is still a sports car. And if you want your exhaust loud, doesn't matter if you have a V6 or a V8, first thing you get done is Muffler Delete, because that's the cheapest and it's the quickest. It cost me about 110 bucks maybe. And at first I got the mid muffler deleted and it sounded okay. I have a clip of it that I'm gonna try and find, which I'll insert now if I do find it. But it sounded okay. It was just still too raspy, and it kind of sounded like a tin can was rattling around inside my exhaust pipes. So I didn't really like it that much, and I was gonna straight pipe it, but I don't know why I didn't. I should have for the time being, because what ended up happening was I got the wrong super tins. So I have a true dual exhaust on my 2019 Dodge Charger GT, and I got 2 Flowmaster Super tins that I was gonna put on in place of the rear muffler. And since I straight piped the mid muffler, those were gonna be in place of the rear muffler. But since I got the wrong ones, they had to go in place of the mid muffler, or I would have had to waited and return those super tins and then had to get different super tins, because the ones that I got had the pipes going straight through the middle. So it was like pipe, the muffler, and then pipe straight through. But for the rear muffler, I would have needed the middle pipe going through, and then the muffler, and then it would have to be an offset to the left side or right side, depending on which side the muffler was going to be on. So the guy was trying to figure out if he could put the muffler on some way without me having to wait and replace the current Flowmaster. And what we decided to do was we had to then straight pipe the car all the way through, take off the rear mufflers and the mid mufflers. The mid mufflers were already off, but I'd take off the rear muffler and then put straight pipe in place of that. And then we had to put the 2 Super 10s in place of the mid muffler. And so how my exhaust is set up from the Cats, it's straight pipe up until the mid muffler, where I have the 2 Super 10s, and they're kind of cockeyed a little bit because there wasn't enough space for them to go, you know, side by side. So they're kind of turned a little bit so they can fit. And then after that, it's straight pipe all the way back to the exhaust tips. Speaking of exhaust tips, I plan on getting quad tips pretty soon. Probably around the time that I get the diffuser for the back, I'm gonna get the quad tips, because I'm gonna get a quad tip diffuser so I can put the quad tips on, because I think those look a lot better than just the 2 quad tips by themselves. But other than that, there's not really much else I can do to my exhaust to make it sound good, because I was actually thinking about removing the Cats, but I did some research and I watched a couple videos, a couple sound clips of some V6 Chargers and Challengers that did remove the Cats, and it just doesn't sound good. And I don't know if it's because of the V6, I don't know if it's because of the setup or the engine or what it is, but it doesn't sound good at all. So I have to keep those on there. And obviously I'm gonna get a cold air intake, which is gonna push more air through to the exhaust, which is gonna help the exhaust sound a little bit. And hopefully I can put some short tube headers on, because I actually just pulled into my house. So I am going to show you underneath the car and everything. But what I was saying was, I researched and watched a couple videos about getting short tube headers on a V6 Charger. And some people are saying on the new builds from 2016 and up, you can't get headers, or you can't change the headers. I don't know how true that is, but I'm going to do anything I can to get headers, because it is going to add horsepower, it is going to add airflow, and it is going to make it sound better. So I'll see what I can do. I really want to get the short tube headers to go along with the entire exhaust setup, from the air coming in better from the cold air intake to pushing it through the short tube headers all the way through the Cats and straight pipe through the Flowmaster 10s, and then, you know, on through to the quad exhaust tips. But I'm gonna get out right now and I'm gonna show you underneath the car, show you what my exhaust system looks like and what the setup is like. Okay, so it's a good thing that I didn't put the lowering springs on my car yet, so I can get up under here pretty easy. But as you can see, there are the Cats right there, and then it leads a straight pipe going all the way through. And then as I scoop back, you can see the Super 10s are right here, and you see how they're offset. And so let me show you again. It's Cats are all the way up there, it's straight pipe all the way through, and that is the first Super 10, the second Super 10. So like I was saying, the pipe goes straight through, and it wouldn't fit if they were side by side right here. So I had to put one up a little bit and then one back a little bit and kind of turn it a little bit sideways. So those are the Super 10s right there. So there's another look at the Super 10s, get a little bit better of a look. And then after that is just straight pipe all the way back to the exhaust tips back there. So that is what my exhaust setup looks like. So it's pretty simple. Just from the Cats to the mid mufflers where the Super 10s are, there on back is straight pipe. And originally it probably only should have cost me around, I want to say $300, with purchasing the 2 Flowmaster Super 10s for about 80 bucks each, and then paying for the straight pipe, which was $110, and then paying for the installation of the Super 10s, which would have been an extra $100. But since they had to do basically 2 muffler deletes, and then put the Super 10s in and buy them, that altogether cost me, I want to say, the installation for the first muffler delete was $110, and then to delete the other muffler and install the Super 10s, it was $200 flat out. And then each Super 10 was $79. So basically $80, 160, 200, that's 360 plus another 110 is about $470. And it should have been about $100 cheaper, but I didn't research enough, and so I had to make do with what I had. And I probably should have looked into it a little bit more, but it got done, and I like how it sounds. Like I said, I've had it for a couple months, and I wouldn't change a thing. And people ask me sometimes, is it louder than, let's say, MagnaFlow, or is it louder than Borla? And I wouldn't say they have different levels of loudness. I just think the pitch is different. So like MagnaFlow and Borla, they're a little higher pitched for V6, and Flowmaster Super 10, that's the loudest Super 10 you can get. It's almost straight pipe, but it does add a deeper growl to it. And so any video you see of someone adding in a MagnaFlow or a Borla, they're gonna be a little bit higher pitched, and the Super 10s give it a little bit of a deeper pitch. So that's my take on why I got the Super 10s over getting 44s even for a Flowmaster or the MagnaFlow or Borla Attack exhaust, anything like that. I just think it helps the V6 sound a little bit meaner and a little bit, give it a little deeper sound than the other exhausts. But I'm gonna go change real quick, and then I'm gonna try and get a couple drive-bys. I'm gonna put it in manual and let it rev down, see if it'll pop a little bit, which it should. And then that'll be pretty much the end of the video. So be right back. All right, now, one question that everybody always asks, and people pretty much know the answer to this, but can a V6 sound like a V8? And of course, the answer is no, it cannot. Now, you can get close to it, but it's not going to be as deep, it's not going to have as much of a growl, and the pitches will just be a little bit different. Even the supercars that are twin turbo V6s, or whatever it might be, those sound really, really good, but they don't sound like a V8 by any means. Their pitch is still a lot higher. Sometimes they can pop more, but that doesn't mean that it sounds as good or just like a V8. You can't get the sound of a V8 without getting a V8. Now, I'm not saying that V6s don't sound good, because I love the way my car sounds. I wouldn't change it for anything. Of course, I would change it for a V8, but in a real world right now, I wouldn't change it for anything. So in saying that, do what you want with your car. Doesn't matter if it's a V6, doesn't matter if it's a turbocharged 4-cylinder, doesn't matter if it's a V8, doesn't matter if it's a V12, whatever you have. Do what you want with your car. It's your car. It's gonna sound however good you want it to sound. If you wanna spend the money on it to straight pipe it, put mufflers on it, Flowmasters, whatever you might wanna put on it, do it, because it will make you happy. Doesn't matter if it's a turbo 4-cylinder. If you put different exhausts on it, it will sound better. If it's a V6, you put different exhausts on it, it will sound better. So whatever you're thinking of doing to your muffler, do it. If you want your car louder, do it. Don't be scared to say, hey, I'm gonna go out here and drive my car. It's not gonna sound like a V8. People are gonna make fun of me. It doesn't matter. If they do, they're dickheads. Don't listen to them, because true car owners and the people who have the love and appreciation for every type of vehicle aren't going to care. It's going to be your car. However it sounds to you, if it sounds good, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. There's nothing else to it really, man. Just do it. Whatever you want to do to your car, whatever you want to do for your exhaust, whatever it is in your car, it's yours. Do what you want. Do what's going to make you happy, because in the end, that's all that really matters. If you're happy, nothing else matters. But like I said, I'm about to head out right now. I'm going to try and do a couple passes, get some exhaust sounds as I'm driving by, try and get a little couple pops and crackles, whatever I can get. And then before I get going, I'm going to rev the engine a little bit, see if we can get any crackles and pops out of the revs, because usually it does a little bit, but we'll see how it sounds. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one pass in normal mode. I'm gonna go back and forth, and then I'm gonna do one pass in sport mode, both in automatic, I'm gonna go back and then, you know, come back again, and I'm gonna put one in manual for normal mode and then one in manual for sport mode, and see if those changes the pitch any, or if it changes, you know, the rumble, or if it changes the exhaust at all. The 2019 Dodge Charger GT, it is a V6, so it doesn't have the active exhaust, but I feel like sometimes the sport mode makes it sound a little better. That might just be me, but we're gonna see right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and head out, and I'll give you those passes right now. All right, guys, I hope you can hear that good enough. I know the audio quality is gonna be the best, but it did rumble and pop a little bit. It usually does a little bit more, but we got a little bit today. Other than that, that is my entire exhaust setup, everything that I've got done to it, how much I spent, and if I like it, whether it was worth it or not, which 100% it is worth it. So if you're thinking about doing it, do it. Other than that, please like this video. If you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit those bell notifications, because I am going to be uploading a bunch more videos a lot more frequently, and I have a lot of good content, a lot of good mods that I'm going to be doing in my car. So please hit that notification bell. You don't want to miss that. Other than that, comment down below what you think about my exhaust. If you think it sounds good, if you think you would change anything, whatever you might think. Other than that, guys, I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out.